That's all I'm going to say. That's all we need to say because they're going to tell you all about themselves in a minute. Wait,
once they figure out who's Pat and who's Jon.
I know which one's which. You're Pat?
I'm Pat.
He's the other guy. He's your other half.
Bubba.
Okay.
Bubba.
Yep, we call him Bubba for short.
Happy cooking.
Thank you.
Don't get burned.
Thank you.
We're out of the way.
How we doing?
Fantastical. Well, let's get our slap out of the way before we even get going here.
baby.
Yeah,
Oh.
baby, yeah.
Oh.
We don't, you know, that's how you
missed
start
again.
things around here.
Missed again.
I know, we did do that again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
you gotta retrain
you
him
guys
every
can
year.
be practicing that stuff out on the fairgrounds. That's really, really cool. Yeah, you'll know you've been to the demonstration when you see the high five, low five thing like that.
What's that, man? I'm still trying to get my. Oh, I'm Mike now.
You're
They
Mike.
can hear me.
You're Mike.
Mike. No, I'm not. I'm John.
So-
Who's on first? Okay, I'm sorry. You're
So
confusing
we're going to be cooking a couple of dishes for you that we cook over in Gourmet Alley. Scampi, can I hear you? No. If y'all from the Midwest, you know, Oklahoma, Kansas, y'all say scampi like that. But, you know, it's scampi. It's got to roll off like a pure scampi. Let me hear you. Yeah, that's a much better. That's what we're, it's an Italian dish, you know, not from, yeah, so it's scampi. And then we're going to be doing calamari. And calamari, it doesn't matter how you say it, it's still kind of gross stuff. You know, it's squid, right? And we'll be doing a big flame up, but we're going to show you how we actually prepare it from the sauce up to the actual flame up and dish coming out like that.
So we're gonna kind of do the retro. We're gonna do it in retro. We're gonna show you in the old days of the festival because this guy goes back to 1979, the very first festival he's been doing it.
And I forgot to say this, in case the wind comes up and blows my hat off, just so you know, it doesn't scare you. Okay, I'm gonna keep that covered though. Like,
So when you were 24 years old, you were 26 years old when this started.
probably.
You had a lot more hair.
Yeah,
bro.
I had a lot more hair.
And a nice stash and stuff. So, yeah, and I started in 1980. I was down at school, Cal Poly, shocking, I have that. And he told me about it. I go, what, a garlic festival? Who is gonna go eat garlic? Oh my God. Thank you for coming here and eating our garlic. It's phenomenal.
Okay.
Boom. So what are you gonna do, man? What
You're
are you
gonna
doing? What are you
do the
making up?
garlic. You're gonna chop the garlic up
Oh,
right
I'm going
now.
to chop you some garlic. In
Right.
the old days, you got to think about it. We get over, what, 5,000 pounds of garlic we go through in the alley. Okay, we used to do it all by hand, which was a lot of work. So you took and you got the whole clove, and you move it around here, kind of get this stuff off of there. We're going to try not to make too big of a mess, and you just kind of break it up. See, and by the end of the day, your hand was just a bloody pulp. No, you wouldn't do that. But it's simple as that. That's how you saw I broke that. I just took the end, put that end down. You can see the end of it, and you just pound on it, and it comes apart for you. Then we'll just take here's a nice little beautiful clove. Take the knife, smack it, and now you can get all the skin off of there, and it's beautiful. Now, so some of us are a little bit where we don't like even this little end here. I know some people say, oh, don't worry about it, but you know, every little bit to make it do it right, because we're doing it for you. That's the cool thing about being a pyro chef. We go there and when you're first doing it, you're like, oh, I'm behind the pans. It's all about me. And then you finally really realize how humbling it is to be able to cook this food and make it for people who just ooh and ah and love it. And then the crazy part is you guys support us when you buy it. It goes to charities. They help our community be better. So it's a very humbling experience to be able to do this and so we want to do it right for you guys. And trust me, quality in the Garlic Festival is top. So I've been real lucky to cook in some other places, some other festivals, and Gilroy Garlic Festival does it right. So we would do it a whole clove like that, and we would be chopping and chopping. It's always a good idea to keep the fingers back, and you do that. And then they came up with this crazy idea. Years ago, Gourmet Alley used to be right over here, and we ran out of garlic. And so Elsie Felice ran home and got her food processors, which are brand new, and we had the garlic, and I was still skinning the garlic. I was doing it whole, but then Don Christopher has done a wonderful thing for us, and I use this all the time. You just have whole cloves, already done for you. You put it in your food processor. And I think I saw electricity over by you, huh, Patrick? So I'm not going to make a big deal. You know, it's not about promoting. I was actually going to go right there. Oh, look, I got a power strip right there, dude. You're like all-knowing, aren't you? See, that's an older brother. He's like all-knowing. So
Thank you.
this is a Cuisinart. It's a stick blender. It has all these attachments. They are just the best. And when we were cooking in Portugal, I wore it out. I had to buy a new one. Okay, I could be chopping or... Oh, that's still a little chunky. So you need a little garlic over there?
Beautiful.
Okay,
beautiful.
look at
We're
that.
ready.
Oh, now, abracadabra. Don Christopher Ranch, they only kind of do up, like you said, 3,000 pounds of chopped garlic ready for us like that. That's the way to do it. Patrick.
Okay, so he's got the most difficult part because he doesn't have any smelly fingers from peeling garlics. This is really cool, so very nice, very nice. We're going to make the scampi sauce first, and it's a butter sauce. First thing we're going to do is add a little bit of butter to, of course, we're not going to use this to actually cook because it takes a long time to let your sauce get nice and thick and tasty. But we add butter. Next thing we're going to do is put in a little bit of garlic. Make sure you measure everything when you're cooking. Very important.
You're doing what?
I know the measuring thing.
I don't.
Did
don't
you
stop
forget
me.
the measuring spoons?
I do bring some. It's like when you scuba dive and they ask you, oh, who are you diving with? Well, there's somebody in the Pacific Ocean somewhere. So,
And you want to make sure you put it on real nice and slow. You do not want to burn butter. Burned butter is not tasty.
no good, dude.
There's no hope for burning your butter.
Oh.
Okay.
This in the morning, little freshens your breath. Oh my God, great garlic.
Our
Oh.
white wine.
White
What's
wine.
our white wine. There it is. Cool. So we're going to put a little bit of white wine in. You want to make sure that he has a tip about using wine as you're cooking.
So the basic idea, so cooking with wine or any kind of a fluid you're using, you got to make sure it's quality because a little goes in here and the rest is going in here. So make sure and I'm kind of maybe a little sarcastic about it, but it's true. I like really cooking with a good wine or a good beer, and it's that quality thing again. It just really makes a difference in your food. And we're doing locals here as well. So that was Light Heart.
That is Light Heart. Yes.
Tell me about Light Heart. What was it unique about them?
Light Heart is the name of the winery. It's up in San Martin. It was so cool. I asked the owner how he came up with the name. And he said, well, a lot of wineries will talk about their vineyards. They'll talk about legacy. He said, as you drink our wine, it lightens your heart. Wasn't that so cool?
That's awesome.
That was very cool. After we start the butter and the garlic, you want to saute that together. But because of time restraints, I'm not going to be sauteing. I'll just add the clam juice. And you get little bottles of clam juice at the store. It doesn't matter what brand. It's all going to taste the same.
Beautiful.
And so you add a little bit of clam juice. And you want to make sure you keep stirring. Now, spices. Where are our spices? There we go. Let me grab these real quick.
Do we have any music going with this, Patrick?
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Okay,
Only when
okay.
you're chopping the. When I'm chopping.
I just started humming to myself
Maybe
and
you
it
can
started
put the
scaring
spices
myself.
in. Let's switch places.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to switch for a moment. While John puts the spices, I'm going to do a little chopping, but you might want to watch me.
I'm doing
Thomas?
spices?
Okay, baby.
Did you find some garlic in here, bro?
It's in.
Okay.
Louder, baby, louder. Louder.
Now we're talking. So, little red pepper, crushed red pepper. Oh, there you go. I'll just go to
Louder music, louder music.
So Pat has a slight hearing issue. Oh.
That's it?
Oh my God, this is oregano.
Can you guys hear the music?
Oregano. Yeah, we can hear it. You can hear it.
Oh,
It's
you're
very
supposed
subtle.
to switch with me
Very subtle.
about time.
Very subtle. Yeah, little oregano.
So you notice that you can get really hyper when you're chopping stuff, but okay, next song. All right, you're over here.
Alrighty, man. You got spices in there, dude.
Oh, that's good. You're supposed to, yeah, like that. Is it on? We're having technical difficulties with the music. I may have to start singing. So please don't go if I start singing. Is it on? You notice how he's slowly was stirring. You have to have music, the ambience when you're cooking. Cooking without music is like having, you know, apple pie without ice cream. I mean, what's the point of that, right? So the next thing we want to do after you have all your ingredients in the sauce, you want to thicken it up. One way to thicken it up is you can use flour and water. We tend to like to use cornstarch, so we put a little dab of cornstarch in there. Bowl. And we mix it with some white wine. Now, you do not want to add cornstarch to your, or flour, to your sauce until the sauce actually starts boiling. That's a very, very important tip. Very important. And one way we can make sure we have lump-free is to make sure that you shake it very, very hard before you add it to your sauce. Okay? How are we doing so far? Anybody falling asleep? You wouldn't be if the music was playing louder.
Yeah. Hey, but reason, you know why?
Tell him.
Why are we doing this? You know why we're doing this?
I don't know.
Let me tell you, man. Because you can do this at home. This, we're telling
Yeah,
you, if we
we're
can
showing.
cook this, you can cook this at home. Question.
Okay, so now we're
What are the
thickening up
spices?
the
Red
sauce.
pepper, oregano, and salt and pepper. Yep, let's go there. And again, this is going to be, I think the cook-off stage actually has a little cookbook. The recipes are in there. So, but you could, I will tell it to you, and you can write it down. I really love that you're doing that. It's awesome. What do you need, bro?
Got it.
Oh, you got some lemon? Okay,
Okay,
man.
we're going to add some lemon juice. You can buy the regular lemon juice out of the bottle and pour it in, or you can add. It's completely up to you. It's after handling fish, it's a really good way to clean your hands. By
And
the
then
way,
you have a tool to do it.
a tool.
I gotta have the tools, man.
You
gotta
don't.
have the tools.
Do you actually have a life outside of cooking? That is incredible.
It works. It works. See how much extra juice we get out of there? So it's efficient, and it's cool.
It is cool. Very cool. Okay, so we have the sauce going. Any questions so far? Yes. What did she say? Mushrooms? Mushrooms? This is the Garlic Festival. The Mushroom Mardi Gras was months ago.
No. But what
Ask
about
some
mushrooms?
questions about garlic. Come on.
Oh, but we do have garlic. We have phenomenal sautéed and stuffed mushrooms in Gourmet Alley. What were you asking about them?
How many mushrooms do you use?
Is it in there? No, it's a lot.
And I will
It is
tell
one.
you that out of all of the items in Gourmet Alley, my favorite is a stuffed mushroom.
Oh, yeah.
It is incredible.
It is like rated.
just- oh.
The top thing when people go and do taste
Very,
tests,
very cool.
news people go do taste tests, and we're like, oh yeah, scampi, calamari, and they're like, the mushrooms, stuffed mushrooms, they are phenomenal. They do great. How do you make? Right now we're making a scampi, which is a shrimp dish. And I'll put our scampi against any restaurants, let me tell you. But it's an amazing thing, you do the scampi with a nice little ribeye. We're talking a nice little snack for dinner. It's really good. Yes, sir. Boom. Oh, I set your spoon right there. Show us
got
how to
it.
do this. Remember, old days, we got the shrimp and squid whole.
Yeah, with tails on, and some people like to keep the tails on when they're actually cooking. It makes it gourmet, and I'm thinking, you know, I don't know about you, and having linguine and clams, and they leave the clams in the clam shell when they serve it to you?
No.
And you have to spend
come
all your
on,
time
what's up with that?
What?
Aye, aye, aye.
So anyway, we like to get rid of everything. And if you have a nice handy pair of scissors, this is a really quick way to clean. Or you can spend an extra $1 a pound and get them all cleaned and deveined. But I could just cut the tails off. And I like to run the scissor up through the back of the shell. Of course, you can do that with a really sharp knife, and they have tools that can do that. And we clean that off.
Or your hands. You can use your hands. It's kind of crazy.
And we make sure that we take that vein. It's called deveining. We want to take that piece out. You don't want that.
Devein, boss.
And then-
Devein. It's going through right there.
And then we're left with a really beautiful piece of shrimp. Very, very nice. And these are probably 15s to 20s?
20, yeah.
Yeah, 15
exactly.
to
They were
20
15
size.
actually. Very good on your call. That was
So
a 15.
15 to 20 would be a pound of these. That would be a nice size. The larger they are, the less, 15 to 20s are good to remember, okay? So no more questions. We're going to keep going here. So
No
we
problem, man.
do that. Let's go ahead and
You get
make,
your sauce?
let's make your sauce.
You're going to make the red sauce?
Our sauce is ready, yeah. It's ready.
Sweet,
And
man.
I'll cook it there.
Look at
And,
that.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So he started with butter. We are going to start with, whoa, wrong way, dude. Flame on. Sweet. It's nice. This is wonderful. Don Christopher again did this for us. So a few years ago, I was assistant chair for here, and people talked about it doing. Actually, Dave Franklin talked to me and a couple others. And so I went to Don and said, hey, Don, we'd like to do this. He says, who's going to do it? Alan Heinzen, do it. And that's how awesome the festival works. You have an idea, boom, and then Don had it made, and Alan did a great job making it for us. So really good. I like using olive oil. So instead of butter, our base here is olive oil. And again, you just had Dewey was up here, Lucero. This is at home in my cupboard, in the jar that's next to my stove that I cook with all the time. So it's really a quality olive oil. So you just want to kind of paint the bottom of the pan. We'll get the heat up. Again, this is a time, you're going to see me over there when we're cooking, there's going to be a little bit different speed. Here is we're taking it slow and easy and bringing it up. So I would have chopped, done all that craziness. Now all we do is here. I need more heat though. That's a lot. That's working. Okay. I have to be patient. So we're just getting the garlic. We'll get it going. And I'm going to cut some corners here because this will be like, the TV shows and like, okay, you do da-da-da-da-da, boom, and here it is. That's kind of how I'm going to let you know how we're doing it. So again, come back with the spices. Same spices. But actually, we don't have it here with me, which I should have brought, my boo-boo. So red pepper. And depending on your taste, more or less, okay? Because this stuff will really light you up. So just, so moderation is a nice thing. So what I'm missing, so then I do oregano, and what I'm missing in this dish is actually dried basil. So if I use fresh basil in this right now, it gets real bitter. Not a good thing. So actually when we're cooking, we put our basil in at the very end because it's a fresh. So actually we'd use it dried. Big Val Felice showed me this technique. You put the oregano in your hand, you just kind of munch it up, and it increases. Oh my God, and it smells really, really good. Then we do a little salt and pepper. So they blend it. So in the alley when we're cooking, this is already a blended salt and pepper mix. Oh, look at that. It's starting to do its thing in there.
This feels so boring to me without the music.
Can you see that? Yeah, cool. That's a nice little device. Could use that for underwater, like scuba. So now, if you hear, close as I am, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can actually hear this stuff cooking. And that really lets you know if you're a little too hot or too low. So if you don't hear the little bubbling sounds that's going on now, that's taking that garlic, and when you add and we have the cooking in that olive oil, it's caramelizing it. So it brings out the sugars that are in there, and it really changes the flavor. So you can put in raw garlic, which we will do later, so you're gonna get that effect. You get a cooked garlic, and then some people, a baked, and it's like, that's why they use in the garlic ice cream. So this is what we're doing. And so we're really lucky in Gourmet Alley, we have Sauce City. So they're over there, and they make all this for us. So it's we're kind of spoiled. We turn that. So dude, you got some herbs over there? Beautiful. Hey, how about, I was thinking about, we may need some like red peppers and onion and stuff like that, and celery.
Yes, we got some of our spices here. We're going to keep on the side. Just take this whole, take the whole
Yeah,
tray
well, we're
with
going to
you.
use this later on over here. Ba-da-boom, ba-ba-ba-boom. We're setting this up. It's kind of nice. You kind of conserve energy by you're prepping for this, so you're actually prepping for that at the same time. So fresh parsley. Boom. And while you're doing that, then we're going to need to do, I need some, I see that. Oh, here is what I'm needing, Patrick. Do we have a big bowl? And you know what? I thought I remember seeing a big bowl over there, Barbara. By the way, folks, this is Barbara Orth. She is awesome. She helps. She's one of our volunteers.
So nice.
And they are phenomenal. They help us. They take care of so much stuff. They're behind the scenes, and they know glory, and yet they do everything for us. Without them, we are like dead meat. So this is a good thing, Patrick. We're over here. So then you have, upside down, I could read that, it's Hunt's. So it's a whole peeled, okay? Really, really nice. And as you can see them, and we'd make that. Gosh, I got my brand new shirt dirty.
Hold it. I've got something to add to your.
Wait a second.
Is this okay?
Oh, beautiful. That's you know what? What do they call that cut?
Juliana.
Yeah, why wouldn't they call it like Patricio or Frank or
Patricia,
George
something
or
like that.
Barbara?
It's always some cool girl named Juliana.
Say what? Yeah, that's
Julian
it.
style.
Beautiful.
Julian.
Let's do that, man.
Something like that.
Let's
Oh,
do that.
okay.
Nope, that's the wrong dish, but that's okay.
So it goes in Scoppy too. Not just kidding.
So, and this is the fun part about cooking. Okay, so any kids out there, we got kids. Remember, don't play with your food, not play with your food. That's what this is about. You get your hands right in there and you squeeze them. Hey, you want a little bit of this, Patrick?
Oh, wipe that smile off your face when you're doing
This is the fun part
that.
of it, man. You just go and you just munch it all up. I tell you. So it's a fun part of cooking, and it's really good if you and your partner are cooking together, because this kind of makes cooking fun, because then you can dance afterwards and do all kinds of fun stuff in the kitchen. So just munch it all up. Oh man, that's looking good. And then we're going to take, and I'm smelling something, so I got to turn down the heat. Again, smell-o-vision's really good. There we go. Oh yeah. You don't need to burn it. Not a good thing. So we would do that. Then I would add in a tomato paste. Would go in there. We could do that. I'll show you. A little quick tomato paste. Where we on time? We're good on time, huh? It's rocking. And I'll, just word of caution. These are sharp, so be careful. And I'm going to put that in here.
Okay.
Yeah. Little tomato paste. Boom. Got it.
We're adding some yellow onion, so we usually put several yellow onions in each batch. They make this in the alley when we do our sauce. They're usually making about 40 gallons at a time.
Yeah.
It's humongous. It's unbelievable. They call it an Italian hot tub. It's so big they can sit in there. That's very, very fun.
Immersion blender. Instead of all that squeezing stuff, you can do that. It's really cool. But just, these things work wonderful. And usually I would use a bowl that's a little more high-sided. So unless you're not on kitchen duty and somebody else cleans up after you. My dog goes, oh, look at that, no opposable paws. You're doing the cleaning. Little dirt bag. And it's that simple. Amazing little device. Bada bing. Right in there. Boom, bada boom.
Then we're going to add our famous, world famous Salinas grown celery to the mix. Yeah, it's looking
Beautiful.
really good. That looks a lot better than the scampi sauce, by the way.
That's an interesting concoction you were creating over there. Some new masterpiece, I see. So, again, so you put, Pat's putting in the fresh celery and all the fresh peppers and onion. So that really got to take quite a while for them to cook. So this is a dish you would get this basically going and then cook it for 2 to 3 hours. Just let it slow cook. Be real patient. Or blend it all up again, use that blender, and then you would take it and it would help break down all the fibers and stuff. And then you could just use it right away. So, because you have a sauce, the fast red sauce, right?
Fast red
Boom,
sauce.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
fast.
phenomenal.
Yeah, fast.
Beautiful. What else are we doing, man? Do you have any lemon?
I've got a lemon for you.
got a
Would you
lemon
just
for
like
me? It's a beautiful thing, man. Oh, he chopped it in a very interesting way. Like that?
So you got your little lemon
Yeah,
tool now?
but we went, usually you would cut it that way for there. So then we're going to use this. Now, usually you would use a strainer, but we're going to just use a hand as a strainer so the seeds don't get in there. Boom, 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 boom. Little lemon. Nothing like fresh lemon. I know there's the real lemon juice and stuff. That's really cool. It works, but
it's in the
this.
corner.
Beautiful.
It's in the very corner in that little blue.
Okay, man.
Milk carton.
Actually, let's go see. It's getting there. It is getting. It's a real simple. Again, this is the base from which we're going to launch the other flavors from, and you'll see how we do that. Oh, I forgot. Vino Paisano. So, and this, we just tried this Colombard. Really nice varietal wine to use in the sauce. And a precise measurement is very important. Boom, we're doing that.
Very precise, yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Flickers, boom. Alrighty, so, are you going to be like ready to do your
well,
cooking
are
thing,
we
man?
done with the sauces?
I think the sauces are there, Patrick.
Where?
You got that? We got fish,
Sauce,
sauce,
butter.
butter. I got your butter. Where's your sauce? I'll find your sauce.
We have cooking 2 dishes at a time can be very overwhelming for the brightest of people, let alone us. Can you imagine the confusion with, you don't start out with that brain power to begin with. So remember, we're not gourmet chefs. We're just pyro chefs from the alley. So don't expect too much. There are some of my most fantastic kids sitting over here. They are so cool. Nice hat, by the way.
Our sauces, I think.
And
Still looking for the sauces, brother. Maybe.
oh, it's in that bag.
Did you? Hide and go seek. We usually
All right,
can do this
we're
a lot
looking
better.
for the Lost Scampi sauce. Has anybody seen it? You could smell it before you could actually see it, but it's somewhere here.
I'm dazed and confused. Hey Todd, is our sauce down on the table back there on the left side? We're up on the stage on the left
You
side.
talk, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got it. Go look for that, brother. All right. Hey, so one thing I like to do. Questions? Any questions out here? Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. So now, if I'm cooking regularly, I wouldn't do that. But that's off the pyro table, and so we
No, it
ratio
should've
half
been
and
in
half.
one of the
Half and
bags.
half. Maybe a little heavier on the salt, but we just, it's by eye. But that's so when we're cooking and there and we're on the tables, it's flying.
It
And
was
so
in-
yeah, about
It was
half
in
and
one
half.
of the bags,
So,
yeah.
you got it.
Small.
Questions, answers? Yes, sir. What kind of wine? No, see, that's a column. So he asked what kind of wine it is. So we're using a white wine, and what I'm using is a Colombard. You would also use like a Fume Blanc. So you want a drier white wine that's fruity, that can, but it's got to be enough tannic in it. It's kind of interesting balance of tannic that it can stand up to the heat and everything else, and to the other spices that are going in there. So I would not use a Chardonnay. I would stay away from that. I don't think a Pinot Grigio would be good. Everybody's kind of drinking that. So, it actually called originally for a Chenin Blanc, is in the recipe with Big Val. That's what we used to use. It's a simple, nice little white wine. And again, drinkable.
It was in one
So-
of these tuppers. There it is right there. Okay, we got it. We got it. We're good.
Oh, my goodness.
Found it. Thank you.
It was right in our way.
All right. We are so set.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
And
Fire up. Right behind you.
okay.
I'll go turn
There's
your gas
a
on.
clicker.
On the right side. Beautiful.
A slow song, Tom. Slow.
Yeah, it's Scampi. We're in a different time zone. That's nice. There you go.
Okay, so we're going to actually cook a dish of scampi. Scampi, right? Not scampi. All right. We're going to get that going here. And I need basil and
That's on the table. It's just to the right of your fish. It's on the table. Basil and parsley's right there, sir.
okay. One more lemon and we will be so ready to go here.
He is good, man.
Got the music going?
It's going.
All right,
Let me
cool.
hear it. Need something in your left hand for a second?
Oh, very nice, very nice.
There you go. Here's
So
to
the-
your first dish of 2014, brother.
Yes,
Yes,
perfect. Salud.
Salute.
What we like to do is, where's our garlic, of course. We like to put just a little bit of garlic in our dish, just a little bit. And we like to saute the garlic in the butter. Now, we were cooking it on the islands, and one of the famous chefs came over, and he's standing back watching us prepare our dishes. And he's looking at what we're doing about putting garlic and butter together. He says, very risky, very risky. And I said, without risk, there's no reward.
That's it.
Right? Yeah. And once he tasted, he was going, he thought it was a pretty cool thing. So we had just a little bit of scampi, a little bit of shrimp in there. And we immediately need to cool it down with some sweet vermouth. And you get a little bit of steam. There's no flames involved. Careful. And then we're going to start adding our spices. So we put some oregano. Come on, we need some crowd of everybody. Oregano.
Oregano.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Salt and pepper. Red crushed pepper. Now the fun thing is to rub your eyes after you do that. That's always so fun. Of course, you put a little bit of parsley in there. Keep shaking it around.
You shake it good. It's on the way. I was going through it in my mind.
The scampi takes quite a while. Can you see how it's starting to turn a little bit of color right now? That little pink hue to it. You know it's starting to cook. Now this is a huge pan, so it's going to be on there for just a little while. When you saute the butter and garlic together, you pass that pan around to whoever your guest is and just let them catch that aroma. You come by the alley in about an hour and we will pass out in front of you. You will not believe the smell that comes out that pan. And that's worth the whole cooking experience in and of itself. Fantastic. We're going to put a little, this is how nice, notice how nice and thick the sauce. You want to make sure your sauce is so thick that it just sticks to the fish when you put it in. If your sauce is not thick enough, right, it's just not going to have the same flavor. So you want to make sure you put lots of sauce in. There we go. How about that? I like to put our lemons on top, get a nice look to it. A little bit of basil in there.
Told you you're the greatest. Amazing. Awesome.
How's it looking? Oh, we forgot a secret ingredient. The green stuff. What is it, everybody?
The frog.
What is it? Pesto. Let's hear it. Pesto. Yeah,
And of course it has more garlic. That's what we're loving. You want a little
Okay,
pesto?
dump it. Or you need.
Just a little spoon.
Oh, you
'Cause
need
remember, we gotta save some for me, man.
Oh, some for you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Where's the love, huh?
Now, do you notice this? This is exactly why you don't cook these dishes at your house. Because it's sloppy, it's messy. You're going to have to spend more time cleaning. Do it at your friend's house. Let them worry about it. Coming out. I need a pan.
You got a pan?
And actually, we'll probably run this in all the way in the back. But
Exactly.
can I take it down there for a
Yeah,
run?
please do. You know.
Okay.
Because you walk over there and I'll hand it to you. You got your towel?
I do.
No,
I'll just
you're
put
just
the whole
gonna
pan back there.
Smell-o-vision.
Okay, can y'all see that okay? All right, you got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it to you. Ooh, see it's talking, hear it? Nice. You got your
How about
towel?
on the, okay, got it.
Got it? It's pretty heavy.
Yep, got it.
There you go.
So let's do a little walkabout here. Come on down. You guys, I'll be back in just a second. So can you see that? Can you smell it? So we do hundreds and hundreds of pans of this stuff every day at the festival. You know, I don't know why I'm showing you like this because you can see it up there. Did I not mention that we don't have much brain power? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't know if you can smell. All right, let's see if you can get them going. Ah, ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now let me see. Okay, yeah, you can see it better with the camera. All right, we're gonna put it back here. We'll let you guys have a round of the calamari.
Calamari. I've heard it called calamari. Oh, right there, PV. Right there. I was doing housekeeping. I should do that. I should do more of that at home. Sorry.
And I'll take it in the back. Okay, that's Scompi. Let's give it up, everybody.
I'm gonna go right on top of that. There it is. He's gonna take it all the way back for you guys. No, he's gonna take it back. Yeah. Alrighty, what up, man? Sweet, dude.
That's how we're talking about right there.
That's it, man.
I'll
What
take
we're doing.
that. You want me
Now
take
it's
it in the
time to
back,
do a
or-
little bit of calamari.
It'll be too hard to.
So again, it's a different energy for calamari. And so what I'm going to show you, actually, is I'm going to first do it. We're going to do it first alley style. Okay. I'm going to try to show you the speed we try to do it at in the alley. I'm going to try, and then I'll do demo so you can, if you're taking notes and stuff, you'll be able to understand what we're doing. But one of the things is we need to have is a little flame action. And I got spices. That's looking good. So this is tank special valve. These are a high pressure valve, so it gives us a lot more volume is what you need when you do this. And one of the cool things about the Garlic Festival is usually we have a backup stove in the alley because when we really get going, we actually almost have to add a backup tied to the back. So what do? Hey, Dave Bozo needed your stove. His brother Greg brings it here this morning for us, and that's just kind of how the Garlic Festival works. It's all these great old connections in this. You need something? I'll get you what you need. You ask these farmers, they're there for you wherever you're at. They will get you ingredients. We were cooking on the stage a few years ago, and we needed something. Don Christopher and his wife show up. What do you need, John? And that's just the way it works. So it's a cool thing. So you're gonna see I put the pan this way first. Why? Why do I do that? Who knows? Take a guess. Any idea why I put the pan upside down? One, heat it up. Two, we're back there, the guys are cleaning and all that kind of stuff, and it gets off any little extra gunk, so it makes it a little cleaner. And as you can see, that's pretty clean. I wish my thoughts were that clean. It'd be a lot better. Pat, do you have an open olive oil bottle over there? An open one? I want to say I don't want to just be wasteful of Dewey's wonderful product. And there's a nice little smoke.
There you go, young man.
And as they knew when I was younger, that was only a couple years ago. When I was cooking, they knew I was cooking because the house would be full of smoke. You have my knife. There we go. Ready to catch?
Okay, nice try.
Alrighty. So one of the things is now. So obviously you do not want to do this style indoors unless you want a new kitchen. You could do it at your neighbor's. So one year we were doing the bicycle tour. We used to have a thing called the Tour de Garlic, and I was making up some food for that. But I thought I would cook for our volunteers, so I did a calamari at my buddy Jim Bajaze's house. We'd had some libations, and so when I flamed on, I took care of about half of Jim's tree was gone. So you got to be real careful. Just a little smattering of olive oil. And the reason why we use olive oil, one, is the flavor, and number two is that it can take the intense heat like this. So this pan has been around. This is one of the Pyro pans. You saw the one Pat used, a little bit thicker, flat across the bottom, nice surface area. We like ours with attitude. They've been around the block a little bit. And so what, oh, are we smoking yet? That's a little smoke, a little bit more.
Here you go, Jim.
And you got my setup. You're awesome, dude.
Enough for you?
Okay.
Just
Obrigado. Oh, that's gonna smell special. Oh, look at, I got more smoke. Okay, oh, look at that. That's looking nice. So, one, this is for show, obviously. That's why we do it. The other part is, it's the speed of what we're cooking with. It's really critical that you are, so you get it hot enough, and because we want to get this on and off. If it leaves it on too long, rubber. Not good. So I have smoke. Where we have smoke, we're gonna have fire. One of the things we love to say is fire in the hole. It lets our partners know they're not to get burnt. So, on the count of three, I need to hear you say fire in the hole. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, that's nothing. Here we go. Now, boom. Give it a little drink. Whoa. Looking good. Just shake. See, it's already starting to roll up. I got to get moving here. So, and I had a great guy that I cooked with here, and he was a wonderful, wonderful chef. One of the just the kindest hearted people I ever know. His name is Jay Minsner. He just passed away this year. Taught me the technique. We use a lot of spoon stuff. He taught me to move it in the pan. Nice little flick. And so you can be really cool when you're doing that. See how it's already starting to roll up? That's a really good thing. Oh, you got me my lemons. Thank you. The lemons, that. We have the spices are all in there. Oregano, salt and pepper, red pepper. Looking good. I'm going to put in the basil. Oh, no, I'm sorry, parsley. This is parsley. The basil is going to go in at the very end.
And then I'll wash this pan. Perfect. Yeah.
But okay, here's the spoon.
I'm going to wash later.
Don't
just
be
out of the way
afraid of
for now.
garlic. A little bit of candy.
This one I'm going to wash as soon as it comes out.
How are we going to do this? I'm going to get creative. The farmers I know say that's just the way you just got a problem, solve it. There we go. Yeah. Usually that splash should come to me, not to you, hopefully. So the sauce has already been cooked, so really we're just warming it all up and getting it all the temperature. And you see how the calamari is already nice and rolled up? This is done. No. Just like that. This will be, and then we'd finish it off with a touch of basil. And that's it. So this is how we would do it on the alley. So this would be calamari for you right there. And I'll be right back after we clean the pan in 2.7. Yeah, right there, Barbara. Thank you, hon.
And he's going to do one more to do it the right way.
So
just hang in there. It always takes him a few pans to get his act together. So whatever you're doing, never, ever eat the first batch that comes out. Always give that to your pets or to your neighbors, but do not give it to your guests.
So they can ask questions while I'm cooking.
So.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's got it right there.
No. Thanks, Todd.
Okay.
No. I know I'm getting in trouble.
Perfect. You're good.
Shocking. So in the early days of the festival, one of my glory jobs was to wash pans. So some of the things we got to do. So I learned how to do garlic, learned how to do squid and shrimp. It was awesome. So now this time, while I'm going, if you have questions, please ask them. Because we're going to go, this is demo stage. So that last time took me about 90 seconds to about 120 seconds. That's how fast we're looking at getting on and off. So this time we'll do a little bit slower so that you can take notes if you need to. So number one, you need flame. Ah, that's a sound we love. Cleaning the bottom, heating it up and cleaning. You know last time, oh, that's what I missed. I missed pesto last time. Apologize for that. Who can guess the temperature when we flame on? Give me a guess of how hot you think it is. Who knows? 500, I've got 500. 600, got 600, still not there. In between, 800 degrees. When we flame on, and so when you have 6 of us going and you're in the middle, it's smoking hot, smoking hot. And you will notice most of the guys who do the calamari, I'm medium sized. So, and there's a reason for that. So, oh, I had squiddly. Oh, Pat, you have me set up already. Outstanding, dude. So the pan's nice and hot already. It takes no time at all. This oil will be warm. We still got to give the show. You're a good distance, good distance. And we look at the wind, so the wind's kind of turning back towards me. So that's okay. I can dance. Beautiful. In the old days, you know, you would see the guys doing the towel over the arm, and you would go like, I now do it because it's actually a very smart thing to do. So kind of doing that. So I got a little bit of smoke. I like that. Beautiful. And then, again, on the count of 3, remember, fire in the hole. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, you're dancing with me, are you? I'm going to go over here. There we go.
There you go.
Boom, 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 boom. Now we're talking. A little bit of garlic, a little more garlic. Now some nice wine. So as we're going along, so you can see how we got it. It's a nice hot pan, olive oil. In goes the squid, followed with the garlic and the white wine. Then I like coming on with the pesto sauce. So again, it's a lot different attitude doing calamari and scampi. So oh, I'm loving that. Looking good. And you wouldn't think this little bit of a lemon makes a difference, but it truly does.
I think I could smell it all the way over here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Or is that you?
That's the lemon, which I hope to overcome some of this smell. Oy, oy, oy. We got my spices, a little salt and pepper, red pepper, oregano. One of the things to do in your kitchen when you're cooking this, instead of standing over the flame, if I go over here and I reach here, that really burns the bejesus out of you. Just move the pan back. Put your spices in and then put it back over so it keeps you a little safer. Oh, that's looking good.
Where'd
nice
Sam
and rolled
go?
up.
Sam, don't leave. I've got to answer you.
Now this one I'm going to be more civilized.
Hey, we've got a really great question out here by Sam. Sam came all this way to the festival to find out why it flames up. Yes?
Oh, there's a good question.
How many
right
want
there.
to know why it flames
Yeah.
up? Yes.
Yep.
So we put olive oil in there, it gets super hot. And when you dump the calamari in, the vapors go over the edge of the pan, and that's what causes it to catch on fire. Does that make sense? Yeah. Actually, we just mix a little kerosene in with it, and it, it just takes off.
And again, Gilroy Garlic Festival calamari for you.
Another great hand. So I would again recommend that if you're going to cook this dish at home, do it at somebody else's home. They
But you
might
really-
not have enough fire
Yeah.
insurance.
But you really can. Good job. Rob.
Nicely done,
Always
Junior.
boom.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Excellent,
So,
excellent.
Again, this is something you can do at home. Just have the pans. It's really no mystery. You know, I can do it. He can do it. Oh my God. You can do it. Truly. So, anybody have questions? No, no, no. I thought I saw him. No. So we're good. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Okay.
What?
We don't want to put any of that down.
What's what?
So just let it cool and then we'll wipe it out.
Oh, who gets to eat all that? That's one of the nice benefits of being a volunteer and sponsor here. They get to eat the food. Great question. All right, thank you all for coming very much.
What's that?
And you guys have yourself a great festival. Take care.
I just have to find him.
Thank you, gentlemen. That was great. Smells good and tastes wonderful.
Tasted great.
A perk.
We
A
now
perk.
have garlic breath.
Okay, thank you for coming. Enjoy your day. Drink water. Drink water.
We're going to tell you about a few things coming up. If you're staying tomorrow, coming back Sunday, we have so many fantastic events planned here on the cook-off stage.
Tomorrow's our signature event, the Great Garlic Cook-Off. I believe we have 8 contestants tomorrow, and they come from all over the United States.
I'm going to kind of give you a rundown of what everybody's making and where they've come from. If I can, hope I can say everything. We have a crispy pork plan tacos with garlicky black bean sauce. Someone's coming from Virginia. We have a blackened garlic chicken